guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear members of the parliament, of the government, sorry, from the city of Zurich and the canton of Zurich. My name is Benno Seiler. I'm the head of the economic development of the city of Zurich, and I have the honor to welcome you to the Zurich Life Science Day on behalf of the city and the canton of Zurich. I will give you just a brief introduction in today's afternoon, and then I will give the floor to the first speaker of today, Professor Ernst Hafen from the ETH of Zurich. We will have 3 sessions, as you have seen in the program. We start with a session on the future of health, organized by the Health Ties Consortium, where, beside others, our ETH in Zurich is involved, as well as the University of Oxford. After a break, we'll then go on with the so-called Zurich Showcase, where Zurich companies will show their latest developments, latest research in the medtech and biotech clusters. And after another break, we will go on with a podium organized by the One Nucleus Life Science Cluster from London, where Swiss and British experts will discuss on biotech clusters and how they manage to stay ahead of the curve. And I hope we will have a lively discussion also with you, our guests. We will then conclude with a standing dinner and a networking event. I think it's around 7 o'clock. It's a tough afternoon that you're facing, and I hope it will be interesting for all of you. I will now give the floor to Ernst Hafen.
Thank you, Benno. Ladies and gentlemen, ministers of the canton of Zurich, mayor of the city of Zurich, dear Lord, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome you here also for this first part of the Life Science Zurich Day. And the first part, a very brief introduction, is organized by Health Ties. Now, this is an acronym that probably doesn't tell very much to you. It is the acronym for Health, Technology, Innovation, and Economic Success. And this is basically what probably for many of you is on your mind, of how is healthcare for the future payable, how is it more effective, how is it more personalized and precise. And the EU has sponsored networks that actually network different regions in Europe together and pool their strengths to come up with new ways of the innovation cycle. In our network, the key element of these networks is that for once, it's not just an academic network that flies around Europe and has nice meetings. You have to have 3 stakeholders. Industry, you have to have the government, and you have academia together. And in the future, the collaboration between these 3 stakeholders, the triple helix as it is thought, is going to be much more important for a more effective healthcare innovation system. We believe, and I hope this comes out of the presentations today. In the Health Science Networks, as we heard, is Life Science Zurich Business Network, that's the University of Zurich, ETH, as well as the Biotechnopark with its companies, and the Standortförderung des Kantons Zurich, Oxford University and Thames Valley, Barcelona, Leiden, Delft, Rotterdam, and Debrecen from Hungary. Those are the this network, and we've been working for the last year to find out where the strengths and weaknesses are and how we can have a joint action plan to really accelerate this innovation cycle. And this is basically what we would like to cover today with this event. I'm happy that you all decided to come here rather than to go to some Olympic event. And since this is the House of Switzerland, and since we're going to talk about healthcare, we want to start with a poll, a democratic vote. And so that's why you found all these clickers, which we use as student response systems in our lectures. If you just take this into your hand, press the on-off button, the button at the bottom of the clicker, until it starts blinking, like this. And now you type in the numbers, you type in the number 51, 51, and then you're on the right voting channel. So 51, and then the check mark should appear, and then the lights disappear. So now you're activated, and you see on the panel, actually left and right, you see the number of participants. So we already have 68 participants. We're going to show you two questions, only two questions, very briefly, to get your temperature on what your feeling is about the status of the healthcare system. So the first question is, in your current view of the future of healthcare, is this view positive? Do you feel that we're on the right track, or is it negative? This may affect the innovation, this may affect costs. It's up to you. Now, if you feel positive, you press 1. If you feel negative, you press 2. And you cannot press now. I have to first activate the countdown. This is what the students like. It's like who becomes a millionaire. So now you can press. So we have 45, very good. So we're getting there. So, and this will be used in the panel discussion later on as the basis for the discussion. So is the majority positive or negative? Okay, so we see that it is about 2/3 to 1/3 positive. So we have most of you, 2/3 of you feel that we're on the right track, but there is a considerable number who feels rather negative about it. Now, let's look at the next question. Again, you cannot vote until I tell you. So the question is, which area in healthcare need the most improvement? Is this the industry with the empty pipelines in the pharma industry? Is it academia and research that is very innovative but has a problem getting these products into the market? Is it government policies, regulation, regulatory issues, or is it for the public participation? Do the individuals have to participate more rather than just being on the receiving end? So you have the choice between 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we can vote now. Again, we have 30 seconds, and you're actually much faster than our students in Zurich, I have to tell you. So Greg Tutton, who will then guide through the panel, will actually take these results up, and we'll base this. So I think we're all quite interested what comes out. Okay. I think both our next two speakers have their work cut out for them.